Hi, welcome to our league match versus Halzard. Basically, we got to win and we've got to try and run the score up. That's the long and short of it. If you've been missing the most recent videos, then this is the situation. Probably it's going to be, there's a very good chance that's going to be tight for points to win the league, and goal difference will matter, and the goal difference is very tight, basically. So, with that in mind, I think we're just going to go with it. Got a couple of players away from the suspension. We just got to deal with that, basically. Pretty sure we dropped points against these guys when we played them last time. I think it might have been a 2-2 draw when we played them at home. So it's definitely possible we can drop points, but that's a fantastic start. And I'm just going to pause and take stock straight away because let's up the tempo. Let's take the risk. We're taking a big risk here. This could cost us the win result, but we just got to take that early goal and hope that we can ride our luck a bit here and not concede. I'm just going to pause because I'm going to rethink the situation because we're really not. We've just had that one shot where we scored. So I'll slow the tempo back down for now, and I'll just wait to see if we have any evidence that we're outplaying them before upping it again. Also got to keep in mind that we started Koskun with a knock. Maybe that was a mistake, but we did do it. I think his might be a yellow card away from a suspension as well. Is that correct? In which case it was actually a genuine, bona fide, his big mistake, because he's going to be underpowered in this match, basically. And then he made it a yellow and missed the next match, whereas we could have just rested him and he'd be fully fit for the last match and he wouldn't miss it. We got real lucky to be 2-0 up. We've been outplayed and we're 2-0 up, so we're lucky. We think we've got to keep that factor in consideration here. I'm seriously tempted to sub off Koskun now. Just admit the fact that we've made a mistake. It would be I'm going to do it soon. Hope he doesn't get that yellow. I'll do it now because I think there's evidence we're starting to outplay them, so I can do it now, get a fresh winger on and up the tempo at the same time. So we basically made a mistake there, and we've just acknowledged that, really. And in the grand scheme of things, that could be a title deciding mistake here, because it's so close. But seemingly we got away with it, but it definitely could have an impact on our ability to run the score up here, having to use a sub up early like that. One less late impact sub, one less attacking late impact sub. It could definitely have a negative outcome here on our score difference, on our score line, to help the goal difference. But yeah, but it's being done. It's happened now, so we just got to focus on not making any more mistakes. Well, I mean, 2-0 up, that's great, but we could be losing, it could be a tie, anything could be happening, and they could still score 2 goals yet. So I don't think we can get overly confident here, overly ambitious just yet. And at any point they could pin a goal back, and it's going to make it difficult for us. And they're definitely creating enough, but this is just one of those ones where we are 2-0 up, and given that we need the goal difference, we just got to take the risk here, I think. I think the other player was Palinia, who's a yellow card away from the suspension here as well. It's a shame they pulled one back, because I was just getting confident to switch to a 4-2-4 with that 3-goal lead. But now I've just lost that confidence. I think I've just gained it back, so I'm going to switch it, and we can take Palinia off at this point. Again, just 2 guys who were yellow card away from a suspension. We've just managed to rest them both. Let's go more attacking. At this point, I think we do just want to save our third sub for a bit. Can't really go that much more attacking than this, I don't feel. So I think the last sub will just got a couple options. For now, we'll just save it in case somebody gets injured. It's looking like, so far, with any luck, we just can get another goal or 2. This could definitely help in the title race. It really is, every goal matters. It really is the case, and every goal we concede potentially, oh gosh, it's just so in there. I feel like we should be making this last sub though. Let's make it now. To do something, either to bring on a fresh defender just to make it a bit less likely we concede a goal, or options are cowball off, yeah. I don't know, when you want to run the score, is subbing off a striker the best thing? Probably not. I think just a fresh defender, I guess, makes sense here. Or really are just so desperate for these goals. Gonna go into a press now as well. And it's a real shame because you see Daly's down at 88%, the same as Montez, and he is supposed to be the impact sub. And I think we made a real mess of that starting Koskin when he had a knock in the last match. A real mess of it, and that could be that could cost us a title, that mistake. Potentially, if we lose it on goal difference, that could be it. That could have been the reason. It's a pretty significant mistake, and the reason why is like we did it, we consciously did it. So it wasn't even an oversight. It was an in the balance type decision, which may have made sense, except we forgot or didn't recognise that he was one yellow card away from a suspension. So it just wasn't worth running. It just wasn't worth an underplayer running the risk when he could miss the next match as well. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, and we recognised that. We had to sub him off early. Ideally, he would have lasted till half time. So ideally, basically, Daly would have had a bigger impact. We didn't score another goal in this part of the second half. Daly could have had a bigger impact in the second half. We could have scored an extra goal. We could have scored an extra 2 goals. Obviously, it would all be different. One change impacts everything. I'm just saying we've made a mistake, and I'm just saying it could cost us the title, basically. Other than that, I think we did a pretty good job this match, but it was a pretty significant mistake. On the balance of things, our decision making was pretty good overall. We obviously kept the aggressive tackling the whole match, and we didn't get any players knocks or injuries or suspensions or whatever. So we were pretty fortunate, really, because I think on average, if you're going to have aggressive the whole match, on average you can expect something to happen. Even just a yellow card, we didn't even get that. So on average, you definitely expect probably a couple of things to happen. Extra, like, you know what I mean? You'd expect something to happen because of it, basically, and it didn't. So we are lucky as well, but at the end of the day, we still made a mistake. We still played suboptimally, and it could cost us the league. But at least we did. At least we did enough. This is the thing. We needed to win these last 2 matches, and we did. And we needed to win by some kind of goals in each of them, and we did. So we won 2-6 just now, and our other match 5-1. So we got 2 4-goal victories. So at least, at least we'll put some pressure on them to need to take some risks and whatnot. Our last match is against TSV Bomb, I think, was it? Who are now, they were 4th, but they're now 5th. Presumably that's because the other team won, or they lost, or something. Well, they won, so the other team must be winning more. So, crazy. Really quite a remarkable season, whatever happens. And we did. It's done. So cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you in the next match.